You know, if you're in need of a garage door, one of the best companies here in the Valley is called A Better Look Garage Door Company. Make sure you give them a call if you are in need of a garage door. And if you want to have that garage door a specific color, or maybe you don't know what color to get, we're going to check in with Kimberly Layton from Color Design Group and get color coordinated. Watch this. Up next, Kimberly Layton from Color Design Group. Kimberly, welcome to the show today.
Good morning, Steve. How are you?
Doing great. Okay, listen, we have a question for you. Give us a little bit of idea, and all our listeners who don't know of Color Design Group, what you do and how you got started.
Okay. Well, Color Design Development Group has been in business in Scottsdale, Arizona since 2006. My background was in property leasing sales, and then I went to a major paint manufacturer and I did design for them. And one of my vice presidents decided to do a ride along in the first month of doing business with his company. And I remember asking him at the end of the day, so how much paint do I have to sell to keep my job? And he goes, $1 million. And I go, how much does paint cost? And he's like, $15 a gallon. I'm like, oh my gosh. So that's when I decided to go very large in design for exterior of commercial and apartment buildings and big ticket items. So that's, in 2006, I opened up my own design firm specializing in just that. And we do new construction all the way to repositioning properties and all the way into custom homes. So
yeah, one of the things that when Kimberly and I met, you were talking about paint being $15 a gallon. That was
back in the day.
That was ages ago. I want everybody to know. It's just they're probably thinking, $15 a gallon where? I want to run right out now and get it. But one of the things that I found when Kimberly and I had met was the fact that you have for some people it could be an uncanny knack of putting colors together, because obviously we know, I run into a lot of customers all day long when we go in and do remodel work and they turn around and say to me, well, I don't know what color I want it yet, but this is how I want you to design it.
Right.
You must run into people like that.
All the time. All the time. We run into people who, you know, really need help pulling it all together, and we're just similar to an interior designer, but focusing mostly on the exterior, where we're looking at the roof, we're looking at the landscape, we're looking at the stone on the groundwork, everything, even the buildings that are in their line of view as a color resource, so that they stand out or they blend, or you know what our goal is.
And then you also have to look at HOAs.
Oh, yeah.
Whether they agree or disagree with your choices?
Right. Well, HOAs actually tend to be one of my favorite things to do, because here in Arizona we're very bland when it comes to some of our home developments. And so I like to go in after that 6 to 10 year period and actually give them some new choices to update.
Thinking about the HOAs, I'm sure that they will not be looking at doing any drastic color changes, because as we poked fun at purple earlier, they're not going to make any purple changes, I don't think, I hope, because they're going to definitely, scare people away unless it's around Halloween. But again, what do you think? What are they actually looking for when they're looking to make a color change, especially some of these other ones? And I see some of these extreme, like not so much the upscale units, but some of the rental units. I don't know if they've chosen colors in the past that are tried to be attention grabbers, but it seems to me like they make choices for homes that you couldn't possibly miss it if you came home late at night after a party.
Right. Well, that's very true, but I think what I was going to touch upon in what I heard the first part of the question being is just that when a homeowner is looking to update their home, and let's just say that they're in a community that's 10 to 15, maybe 20 years old, there's a lot of things that go into just picking the color that can actually accent the homes in the neighborhood without doing drastic. But like, we do exterior stone work, we do pavers. We're picking all the hardscape colors along with the paint colors. So there's so many different elements that can really change the look of a home without it being, you know, standing out like a sore thumb.
Okay, now what makes you different than other people who claim to be able to put colors together? Because obviously anybody can make a claim, but the proof of the pudding, as I said earlier, you've got a great track record from going back years with a lot of great history in being able to be the most credible person when it comes to color.
And the other part is when do you tell people, put the color swatches down, let me handle it?
Back away from the color swatches.
Back away, yeah. Well, we are actually certified architectural color consultants, and that isn't the norm for most interior or designers or even architects to have that certification. It's based in color psychology, it's based in branding, and they're long classes to take to get the certifications, but they're well worth it. And really, when we show up to pick colors for someone's home, we don't bring the fan deck of 1,600 colors with us. We have them packaged in certain ways that we already know what's going to work. You know, outdoor colors are a lot different than our interior colors, and our son is our biggest fan. So most people who go into a big box paint store and pick colors out of the different types of lightings that are available don't realize what they're buying until they bring it home and put it on the wall. So that's really the difference. We come out very prepared to select colors on site, leave you with a plan, and then you're off and running.
Yeah, and that's so important, especially like you say, when it comes to tying the neighborhood together. It's not just about the building itself,
right?
Because obviously you want to make sure that it looks really sharp, and it's meant to attract people so that they come in and either rent or at least depending on what that unit has to be.
Yep.
And then, like, we had talked a little bit earlier about some interior work as well. How important is it for a homeowner to understand more about color and what goes with specifically their furniture? Because you wouldn't want like a deep purple with, you know, maybe an orange, you know, couch. That may not go too well.
Unless it's Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, well. Hey.
Well, interesting that you asked that, because I had this discussion with one of my employees this morning, is that color is extremely important for your home, and they said in one of my color psychology classes that it takes less than 2 minutes to be in an all-white area to start thinking inwardly. So if you put colors up on your walls, you're less likely, you know, like they always say, bring the outdoor in. That's what it still is true saying. But if you're a clutter freak, if you notice that if you're in an all white or all beige home, you tend to put little piles of color in places. And that is something that are naturally seeking for. And if you paint your walls with color, then you are less likely to put junk in front of your art.
Well, there you go.
We use color as art.
Okay, so to keep your home clutter-free, how can our viewers contact you?
Sure. You can reach us at 480-251-7757. Our website is colordesignllc.com, and our 800 number is 877-783-0779, and we're in 5 of the southwest states.
Right, so basically we could find you anywhere in this part of the country, as well as you can find us at imagehomeimprovement.show.com, or if you'd like to contact Kimberly and you're clutterless and you get a color and get a shot of color instruction at the same time, call us at 1-800-ASK-A-PRO. That's 1-800-275-2776. If you thought that was really good, we're going to take a short break, so don't go away. We'll be right back with more of the Image Home Improvement Show.